Okay, so here we are in the vineyard again.
Yeah, well, after we've taken out the windage off the tops early on in the season, now it's time to actually take the old fruiting canes away, ready for the new ones. So we take the old fruiting canes off and clear them out the way. And then we select 3 to bend to make our teepees again.
And what's the benefit of that, George?
Well, you need 1 spur for next year's laying downs and 2 fruiting canes to lay down for fruit this year.
Super.
So what we have to sort out is leaving about 3 canes on and a spur. So if we can lay that one down, or we'll spur that one, we'll spur that one. That one will bend that way, and that one will bend that way. That's not the best one to show.
Not a great
really.
No, okay, that's fine.
3,000 to
So-
go.
Yes,
So
obviously
once again, what
this one a lot more on this.
yeah, we've got to take out all the old fruiting wood, which was that's where the fruit was on off of that cane.
Okay.
That's where it went in the other direction.
And that was
Okay.
the last. We take him out. And
So
then
you're
we need-
training the vines.
Yeah, and basically,
Yes, where they're amazing is they make all of their
what'll
grapes
happen
on
is
1
when we
year's
just,
growth.
if you come onto this one
Yep.
that's been cut, what'll happen is later on in the season we bend these down. When the sap's up, these will bend very easily, and because the sap's not in them at the moment, that will bend down, and then we tie it to that fruiting wire, and we bend that one down or that one down to fruiting wire, and that's where we'll get our 8 bunches along there for the following season.
Okay.
Hopefully.
And which varietals have we got on these particular
These
ones?
are Meunier. Pinot
Pinot
Meunier.
Meunier.
Yeah, Meunier. And you've got Pinot Noir and Chardonnay as well, haven't you?
Chardonnay, yeah.
And there's
We've just
6,000
started
vines in total.
3,000.
3,000.
3,000.
3,000 vines.
Okay.
Right, do you want me in there?
That can come right out, take the head right off of that one, so it makes it easier to lay
It's
down.
brutal.
It is.
Very brutal.
Yeah, that's old and damaged anyway.
And these vines are about 10 years old now?
Getting that way, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nine
So that'll be our spur. I've left that one a bit long.
So the quality of the fruit is getting better as the vines age,
Yeah.
but the yield is getting lesser.
The yield, quite frankly, depends on the season to such an extent. We don't notice a deterioration because the wines are getting older. You can have, last year was less than half of our best year. That's to do with the weather, the wet August. That's much more a significant factor to us than the age of the vines.
Okay.
We do the same again here. Take the old fruiting wire cane off.
Quite fiddly. Yeah.
Very time consuming. Very boring.
Yes.
So we're going to leave that one to lay down there. So I'll take that one out, means it's growing out the front. Because when the tractor comes down for spray, we don't want that. So I'll screw that one off.
Okay.
We'll take the old fruiting cane off of there.
And what are you spraying when you're spraying the vines?
Well, we'll possibly do a copper wash first.
Okay.
And what that does is just cleans this wood up a bit. Any dormant diseases lying in the wood. And let's select. We've got a spur, we've got that one. We can take
You could
that
have all
one
of
out.
that head off if you wanted.
We can have that. We could have that off. But we're just going to leave that one just in case.
You've still got 3
Yeah.
and a spur.
No,
So you want that head off?
I'll take his.
Of course, this must get even harder as the vines get older and increase in size.
You keep doing it every
Yeah,
year.
every year, okay.
You know, as they get older, you get more heads on, and then you just keep paring it down. Really,
Okay.
we find it's much easier if the head is lower, so we can just tie it to the wire that way and that way. Than if it's right up high and you've got to bend it down.
So what do you call this method of training?
this is the double goyot, where you're on a low line and they're going in both directions.
Okay.
I mean, the other trick, of course, is your next vine's only 1 metre away, so
Yes.
you're only going to let this go 1/2 metre, otherwise it'll overlap with that one, which causes confusion later on in the season.
And
then they all grow upwards.
they all grow upwards, hopefully. That's what we're pointing to.
So we're looking at a good season so far?
Difficult to say. Very mild winter, so very difficult to. I mean, this is quite late for us to be doing this. We might have started it in January. We were advised to wait till March, until we'd had a bit of frost, until we knew the sap had dropped. Otherwise, you're weakening the plant. I mean, you can still see even lower down in there. There's still some greenness in the middle. That's not completely dead wood with the mildness we've had. So you want the wood out of the way because you want last year's disease out of the way and burnt, yeah, they're not yet pliable enough to turn down. We might wait till May before we do that next stage. So I don't know, 2 weeks work for you and I in over the next month, weather permitting. This is glorious, but
We don't get interrupted.
when it was -3 this morning.
Okay. Thanks very much for today, gentlemen.
You're welcome.